What's up, boys and girls? How are you doing today? My name is Courtney-Jai, and I'm just gonna cut this out. I'm just gonna leave this out because I want to talk about something really serious today, something really important, and something that I've never spoke about, and I didn't think I'd ever talk about on this channel. Now, a few videos ago, I made a video of my dad called "Coming Out to My Dad." Basically, I just talked about coming out and my experience, and my dad sat with me, and he talked about the whole experience of coming out and what he would advise someone to do differently to it. And during the whole conversation, he brought up the whole fact of me having depression. Now, depression is a subject which is pretty controversial, I'd say, because some people believe that it's not a real thing, and others are too fast to say that they're depressed, and it gets into a whole muddle where it's a he said, she said sort of situation. I just want to talk about how it made me feel and how I sort of got past where I was to a better place, because I can't say that I'm in a perfect place now. All I can say is that I am aiming to be in a better place with each day. So a big factor of what it made me feel like was that I just felt lonely. I felt that like everything I did wasn't good enough, and every time I did something good, I just pointed out all the flaws in myself to myself, and I constantly put myself down. I wasn't feeling great about my body. I was actually disgusted about my body, even though there's nothing really to me. I used to think I was fat when I wasn't. I used to think that parts of me were deformed when they weren't, and I used to just basically put myself down at every point in every aspect in my life. I felt like I was going to fail at my degree. I felt like I was going to fail at work. I felt like I was just going to collapse and just basically curl up into a ball and just give up. And how my dad found out about it is one day it got so bad to me that I was just crying in my room. My dad come up and he was saying, "What's wrong with you?" And I took a piece of paper and I wrote it down. And I've said how I've done this before. It's how I sometimes surpass thoughts what I can't actually say out loud. I write them down because it's easier for me to express myself that way. So what I wrote on this piece of paper was what was going on in my life, and I somehow managed to put down in words that I felt like killing myself. Now, I don't want anybody to go like, "Wow, that's horrible, why would you want to do that sort of thing," because at the end of the day, it's just how I felt, and I am privileged. I'm not like other people who've had nothing. I do have a lot now. I've come from nothing to something, and I've appreciated what I had, but how I felt at the time, I didn't feel like I deserved it, and I felt like everything I was doing wasn't worth it. And I felt like ending it all, and that would make it easier. What really helped me get past it and surpass it, and the main thought of getting over like those suicidal thoughts, was the fact that how would it affect my family? How would it affect my mom, my brothers, my sisters, the whole of my family if I was to kill myself? They would think that they're responsible when they weren't. They wouldn't even know how to comprehend it, and it would cause ripples and damage, and it affects everyone around you when you get to that dark place. And if you were that willing to go to that next level and just end it all, the aftermath is it's severe. It goes past what your life is, and it affects every other life around you, and I just couldn't bear the thought of doing that to anybody I loved. I also thought about how people have gone through a lot tougher situations and lived through it and made their lives better from it, and there's so many people out there who you see do this every day. You know, there's people who've suffered from drug addiction, loss, and just all these things above and between, and they seem to push past it and become a better person from it. And I felt like if I could see them do it, and they've gone through it, and they've suffered in that way, why can't I do that? If I can just keep pushing and surpassing and being happier with every moment of every day, then I could be a better person for it. So there you have it, guys. I'll probably talk about this in another video some other time. It's just something I wanted to bring up to you guys and just tell you guys about it, because I want you guys to know me on more than just the funny guy level. I want you to see that I am human. I suffer, and if there's anybody suffering with depression right now or feels alone or isolated, just reach out to me. I don't mind taking 5-10 minutes to talk to you, because sometimes that's all you need, is someone just to say, hey, I care, I want to know how you feel, and that can save a life. I know, I've gone through it, and I hope that I can help someone else through it one day. But I'm going to say love, peace, and Chicka Grease. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.